Nice to see you. My name is Jake McKelvie. It's nice to be here. Congratulations to Dylan Patrick Ward on his new record. We went through this years ago. Once you had it figured out, things used to be just like I like, but they sure aren't like that now. And now you're an old black guitar smeared with shiny finger marks. But don't you dare delay it. Rewind and then replay it. 'Cause everybody feels the same, but no one wants to say it. So there's one small hoop for flying through, one lone tooth for lying through. No real sense opining where the time does or does not go. But if you have to break my heart, then just do it nice and slow. What did you have to say to get the laundry to unfold? The ice cream is all melted, the warm TV glow's gone cold. What if we filled our bowls back up for one more episode? Well, don't you even tempt me. My bowl is barely empty, and I'm so used to doing exactly what I'm told. Well, now look, here comes the sunrise. Let's undo the twist ties. Sure, there are tears in my eyes, because where else would they be? And if you have to break my heart, then just do it piece by piece, by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece by piece. Thanks a lot. I also have a new record coming out, not tonight, but a week from tonight. This is the first song I put out from that. It's called Pump Fake. I made the unlikely decision to repair what had never been broke. Then I wound up in some kind of prison for 20-odd years of not getting the joke. I'm just not sure it actually mattered, since I couldn't keep up with the cue. So now when I say break, you all scatter. Then when I pump fake, just act like you're confused. When your heart breaks, it's not down the middle. They just chisel a chunk off the side. And if you're learning the world's smallest fiddle, you've got to practice it in your spare time. You may not be the last one to tell me that there's no sense in venturing forth. When there's a fire that burns in your belly, it's not like others can gather around it and feel the warmth. But I'm not the prince of picking a winner, nor am I the king of killing time. Call me anything except late for dinner, and don't blame me once it all starts to unwind. 'Cause if I had to, for just 1 minute, as that's the limit that I could stand, I'd be glad to, yeah, I'll admit it. Piggyback on the world's tallest man. Hey, thanks. Thanks a lot. By the time that I'd concluded, I had nothing left to lose. My heart had sunk so low I felt it squishing in my shoes. And I didn't have the guts to say I didn't want to choose. So I chose to sit there silently and wonder, when do I get out of here and get a chance to roam? Then when will that be over so that I can be at home? And when do you stop thinking every move you make is wrong? When do you finally find a final answer? How does one commemorate all the things they didn't earn? And when will you quit wondering when I'm finally gonna learn? And how long must I wait in this long line with my returns if there's clearly no refunds for all this spending? But I wouldn't want to find a better option, and I sure don't want your name up top in bold. And I couldn't have been bothered to get up and get the door, so I just left you sitting out there in the cold. But no one's getting better here, least likely me or you. And no one is in charge of making all our dreams come true. It's like I'm always saying, if you do, you do, you do. And if you don't, then what's the use in even trying? But which way could I put this that won't make you wanna scoff? I put my nose up to the grindstone and I shaved the thing clean off. And I said nothing, really nothing's gonna make me wanna stop. And when you get a chance, could you pass me the clicker? But I wouldn't wanna go into the details, and I sure don't wanna read another letter. And every time I look at you, it's not that I go blind. In fact, it seems I tend to see a little better. And I sure don't want you sifting through my garbage. And is there such thing as a perfect moment? And is it true that I could come and see you anytime I'd like? Or would that require some sort of appointment? Thanks very much, everyone. It's nice to be here at the Heart Rose Club. My first time at the Heart Rose Club. Once unseated, I retreated back to the north. Mere miles away from the sun and its patented warmth. You know, I bet you the crew could break through if they used enough force, just to eke out another couple everyday pars for the course. Well, it's not so much the getting over as the getting through. I used to want you so bad, I just checked. Turns out I still do. I'd gladly roam your direction forever without any clues. But I've been bending them one way for this long, so why would I try to change the rules? There's a contingency plan should I happen to heed your suggestion. There's a pill you can take which purportedly aids in digestion. I've got a whole lot to say, but it's not done. Don't call it a confession. I'm not tired of the subject, I'm just tired of learning the lesson. So let's take it once more from the top. This time make it mean something. You've gotta get while the getting is good, otherwise you just might get nothing. I don't really know that for sure, I'm just operating under assumption. And I'm not so sure it's final, but I'm gonna keep 'em coming. If the engine's getting warmer, why would you not leave it running? When the Chinese restaurant closes, the fish don't stop swimming. And I've all but supposed it's a pretty simple life we've been living. But it's not so much that as we're in need of another revision. Final dash, final dash, final dash, this one dash printed. And this whole thing's a pretty small cup, don't overfill it with sorrow. And if there's no sense in getting up, don't set an alarm for tomorrow. Don't forget to give back all the stuff and all the money you borrowed. I've still gotta give back all the stuff and all the money I borrowed. Don't get so hung up on all the stuff and all the money you borrowed. Sorry about all of the stuff and all the money I borrowed. play a few more songs. Thanks for listening, everyone. On the day I first set out to take the world all by surprise, I did it for the air and for your hair and for your eyes. Though I swore I heard you calling, I knew that I was wrong, 'cause I forgot the way it sounded, having been away so long. So would you commandeer me? Would you make me all your own? Would you tally all the rallies to which I wish I'd have gone? 'Cause I'd give you all my money if you'd give me all your flesh, and we could buy our love in bulk, just to make sure that it stays fresh, or the other way around. And just like nervously forgetting your unique 4-digit PIN, or a free sign with the letters only slightly colored in, on a cushion of a couch, taped down but flapping in the wind, just hoping someone's gonna need it more than you do. And I'm thinking of the drive up, which I've done 1,000 times, and the exit by the maple bacon waffle sandwich sign, and how I wish there was an option to be looking at your eyes, while at the same time looking at the road around them. 'Cause there's the way you tend to take it, there's the way I tend to make it, there's the way you tend to always reconstruct my heart then break it. There's the way I tend to wonder, as I'm inching toward the door, if in fact I still can take it anymore. There's a final destination for an everlasting buzz. It's one last simple wiki entry change from is to was. There's a common understanding under which it's hard to stand, but is it really any better off in someone else's hands? I don't think so. Thanks. Thanks a lot. The song's about eating beans right out of the can. Just kidding. It's not. I was feeling like the thing I'm missing as an acoustic guitar player, singer-songwriter type is songs about eating beans out of the can. I think that's why I haven't ascended. So I'm gonna start A/B testing my shows, telling people the song's about eating beans out of the can versus not, and see what the audience reaction is to each scenario, what sort of credibility I establish. It's a dangerous game, because once people find out I don't eat beans out of the can, it's a fraudulent enterprise I've embarked upon. When you sing a song about eating beans out of the can, or any sort of like wayfaring type of thing, people really want you to actually participate in that activity. You're supposed to be of the ilk, of the lifestyle, the persuasion. And I'm sorry to tell you, I'm just not a beans out of the can guy. Anyway, you asked, so I was just telling you. So they're firing the old staff, calculating the aftermath. No more sad broken hearts, blowing the cartridge restarts. No more I get the reference laughs. No more dryer melt lip balm. No more left-handed ink palm. Tomorrow I'll get you. If you're good, I might let you fall asleep with your khakis on. Remote control coupon glimpse, a quick you in the future glimpse. Well, if you always knew what was gonna come true, then why doesn't it make much sense? And why so sad do you get? Why so bad do you fret? Why must we go to sleep? It's not dark out yet. And no more making music that's just gonna spread and make you sick. The coast can't be clear, there must be someone here for a singer or a cue-lick. And no more faulty frameworks, no more boarding the plane first. If the whole thing goes down, you don't get to clock out and say that's just how my brain works. And no more knees and please rhymes. What say we limit alone time? Sink into a cozy despair, an electric chair with a sleek ergonomic design. And why so crazy are you? So unsure and untrue. Why are you looking at me? I wasn't talking to you. And why so sad do you get? So downright downtrodden. And yet, why must I bathe? I haven't broken a sweat. And why so sad? Why so sad? And why so sad? 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 Thanks. Thanks a lot. How's one more song sound? Does that sound okay? Okay, I'll play one more song. Thanks a bunch. Thanks for listening, everyone. It's an honor to be here. Thanks to Dylan. Congratulations on the new record. There's some, I think, for sale in the back room there. My name's Jake McKelvie. This is the final song off of my new record that comes out next week. Each time we're out here, it starts and it fits. That means you're up in the clouds, then you're down in the pits, and you're out on the cusp of maybe just calling it quits. But the sucker won't answer. It hears the tone and it splits, and I say, how do you put out a love that's doomed for disaster, just to reissue it later, expanded and remastered? If the clarity suffers but the turnaround's faster, is the purchase still worth it? Could it be a long laster? Find the shell of your past, hold it up to your ear. I'm having a heck of a time getting the hell out of here. And then someone unlicensed who thinks they can steer takes the wheel hits the wall, busts the tires and the mirrors, and you pull off for a brief respite from combat. You see a girl at the gas pump who you barely even look at, and you say, what if the car she was driving was the same one you had? Do you think you'd stay for a while? But moments like this, they just exacerbate the issue. You know, they sharpen themselves and they lacerate the tissue, and they try as they will to compel or convince you that a hurricane's coming, but it'll probably miss you. And I used to worry more, but now it seems clear to me, some sort of counter conundrum, a reverse mystery. It's a fine line to walk, but a real clear one to see, and it's a bright line that divides the sides between you and me. But everyone knows there's no prize unless you win it. Everyone knows, they just don't want to admit it. And everyone knows there's 1,000 different ways you can spin it, but the mornings they'll creep up on you minute by minute. And as far as you can tell, that's just how it works. We act like a bunch of smug, stuck-up, spoiled jerks and sign up for programs, earn points and get perks, and say everything's fine, even though everything hurts. And that's funny 'cause it's true, but it's sad 'cause it's you. And it's bad not to brace for what's bound to ensue, and it's a waste to cut and paste just to then later undo. Control save, control close, pace around, control new. Is there a version of this where a person exists who does not need more people on whom to subsist? And if so, what term would you pick? Is that a gift or a trick? If you're building walls just to toss things against a man, see if they stick. But if the air here was breathable, then you bet I'd bottle and sell it by the cup. And if your heart was reheatable, then I'd do all I could not to gobble it up. Thanks a bunch, everyone. Have a wonderful night.